静坐是很好的一个工具，很好的一种练习，种种的静坐的练习。它是让我们头脑可以安静下来，可以集中，可以合一，把这个客体跟这个主体subject 跟这个 object， 就等于说你自己在静坐，你是当时主体嘛那你是静坐的，透过的方法，通过一个过程，比如说摆到呼吸，摆到哪里种种的这些方法，它是客体，你把它做一个合一，做一个这个合一本身它会让头脑可以安静下来，做个净化。因为你再怎么合一，你回到这世界，你合一的状态就没有了，对不对？这是很多人他专修专了，比如说通过禅7、禅11、12，我一般接触的是一生个人几十年在追求。然后追求完了以后，或是合一完了以后，他还是回到人间，回到人间，这合一的状态又没有了，接下来又是矛盾了，好像各走各的。静坐的状态是一个安静的状态，然后回到人间是一个有考验的、有个动力的状态，两个不符合，对不对？这是大概我几乎是100%还不是99.9%的这个过去所接触的修行者都有这种矛盾。
Really, to step out of the stream of thinking, to one way, of course, is meditation. The traditional approach is you have certain periods of time, once or twice a day, when you sit down, close your eyes, and instead of involuntarily being drawn into the continuous stream of thinking, you usually, with meditation, you have a technique or method. You focus your attention on one thing, which could be a mantra that you repeat. It could be your breathing. It's a very ancient meditation. It could be the inner feeling in your body, the sense of aliveness that pervades your body. In other words, you take attention away from thinking. And that's already a great realization that you are able, actually have a choice of directing attention. You don't have to go with your attention all the time where the habitual thought patterns want you to go.
Which is, we see people who spend an immense amount of time on introspection, yet this issue of ego still is a very heavy burden they have, and maybe...
Well, there's even people who have a spiritual practice, but perhaps they meditate twice a day and so on for years. There is still very often seems to be an inability to integrate that into their everyday lives. So you can become a very good meditator, and I've met quite a few. They're fantastic. They can sit still for much longer than I can, and they can sit quite perfectly still for 1 or 2 hours in a lotus position, which I wouldn't be able to do, and they go. and the example that's sometimes given, there's the man doing his meditation on metta. Metta meditation is a meditation on loving kindness, which is you spreading your, may everybody here in this house be well and happy, may I be well and happy, may everybody in this city be well and happy. So you spread out the desire for everybody to be well and happy. This is the loving kindness meditation. It's quite a lovely meditation. And there's the man doing his metta loving kindness meditation, and the door opens and his 7-year-old daughter comes in and says, "Daddy, Daddy, can't you leave me alone? Can't you see I'm doing my loving kindness meditation?" a typical example of not having integrated your spiritual practice into everyday life. And this is why I recommend mini meditations during the day, just a few seconds at a time, when you actually become present.
We have monks who spent 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 hours, but I don't think many of us have the ability to spend 10 or 20 or 30,000 hours trying to get there. Can you?
Okay. I don't think it's necessary to spend... meditation is a wonderful tool for many people, and even meditation is not necessary for everybody. Some people awaken spiritually without ever coming into contact with any meditation technique or any spiritual teaching. They awaken simply because they can't stand the suffering anymore. And then something inside them snaps suddenly, and there is a disidentification from thinking. This, for example, has happened to people that I have met and known, people who had a serious illness, fatal. They were told they only had a very limited amount of time to live. So it's almost as if future had been removed from them. And a lot of one's thinking is to do with what's the next thing that's going to happen. So there's a potential when you suffer. I've also had many letters, communications from people in prison who say, my sentence is either life or my sentence is another 10, 20 years. And I've read your books or I've listened to a talk and suddenly I realized something and I became totally peaceful. So several people in prison have gone there because they have stepped out of thinking and they realized the source of their unhappiness actually was not the actual situation, although normally it would be regarded as pretty bad